For this week's report, town residents braved the winter storm to come out and vote, deciding the fate of several large projects. Exeter becomes the second municipality in the state to offer fully accessible elections. Exeter Community Power is poised to save electric ratepayers in town on their electric bills starting in May. The Exeter Lit Fest returns to the town hall next month, and an introduction to the new recreation coordinator at Exeter Parks and Rec. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacki, and this is the Exeter Biweekly Report. Let's get started. The second half of town meeting, the town election, was held this past Tuesday at the Talbot Gym. Several large projects were on the ballot. Will Tapley has this report on the election results.
A New England snowstorm fell on the town of Exeter on voting day. Town-wide snow pileup may have led to lower turnout at the polls for the 2023 town election. Only 13.7% of registered voters came out to vote, down from 27% in the 2022 town elections. The smaller crowds were sped through the check-in process with the town's new polling pads, which allowed voters to go into any line regardless of their last name. All of the Exeter races were uncontested, and the open seat for the trustee of the trust fund was won by a write-in candidate, Leon Atsalis. Other than Warrant Article 3, all other articles were passed, including the West Side Drive water and sewer improvements, intersection improvements, and the 2 citizen petition articles concerning Swayze Parkway's roadway and the distribution of single-use plastics. Warrant Article 3, which entailed the designing and building of a new police station and fire substation, had a bond which required it to receive a 3/5 majority ballot vote for approval. The article failed to receive the 3/5 majority by just 45 votes. The Select Board is slated to discuss the results of the election and any next steps for warrant articles at their upcoming meeting on Monday, March 20th. For full election results, visit the town website at exeternh.gov.
In addition to the new poll pads used in the check-in process, the town also took steps to make the town election more accessible by using the one-for-all system. Exeter was one of only 2 communities in New Hampshire to offer fully accessible voting this past Tuesday. Joining the city of Concord, Exeter offered an accessible voting option using the one-for-all tablet voting system. Residents who were unable to mark traditional ballots without assistance could now use the one-for-all tablet system to cast their votes independently and privately. Jean Shiner was one of the first people to use the system as she went on to cast her vote.
For the first time in a town election, I voted privately using a device called the One for All, and it is a keyboard, a tablet, a headset, and it's connected to a printer. It was thrilling to me, and then the printer printed out my ballots, my 3 ballots. So I was able to vote for the town ballot and the 2 school board ballots independently and privately, and this is the first time I've been able to do that. I've always had to have somebody in the booth with me to fill it out because it was not accessible to me. I could not fill in the circles because I don't see it all. I'm totally blind. So we can do this for state and federal elections. We could vote independently, but not for town and municipal elections. And I'm very proud of the work we've done, and I feel just very happy that I could vote this way.
So the town of Exeter is very excited to introduce the One for All for our local, town, and school elections. We've been using this for our national elections, and very excited that we are the second town in the state of New Hampshire to be using One for All for our local elections, really allowing everybody to be able to vote and have access to voting and have easy access to voting. And on behalf of the Select Board, we were very excited to move this initiative on, and so excited to have it introduced today.
Community Power is coming to Exeter in May. The program enables cities, towns, and county governments to pool or aggregate the electricity demand for the purpose of supplying electricity. The Community Power program buys and/or develops power on behalf of residents, businesses, and government electricity users. This past Monday, the rates for the electricity under Community Power were released at a press conference. Exeter Community Power is poised to save electric ratepayers in Exeter up to 39% on their energy supply charges starting in May. The Community Power Coalition of New Hampshire, of which Exeter is a founding member, announced the new rates for their Granite Basic Energy Supply package at 0.158 cents per kilowatt hour. All customers currently on the Unitil default supply will be rolled over to Exeter Community Power starting in May, bringing down the portion of the energy bill related to the supply by 39.2%. Unitil customers will still receive a bill from Unitil and will be charged for a delivery cost, but the supply will change from Unitil's default package to the CPC&H Granite Basic package. Exeter Community Power will also be offering several other sources or products that allow residents to opt up, paying slightly more for a higher percentage of energy from renewable sources. Cliff Sinnott, a member on the Exeter Community Power Aggregation Committee, is excited to see the Community Power Plan being implemented.
Well, I think the fact that we're going to have a considerably lower cost energy under this contract that has been negotiated, and that people are going to have the option to increase the amount of renewable energy that is in their energy supply. I think that's going to be a wonderful option for people who would like to do something to reduce their impact in terms of greenhouse gases, but have no ability to, say, put solar panels on their roof or something like that. They can now select a power option that gives more renewable content to that energy.
Another goal of the Community Power Coalition is to leverage reserve funds for the benefit of member communities.
Part of the rate that the coalition charges goes to building up a reserve fund. The reserve fund sort of has two functions. One is to stabilize spikes in energy costs when that happens, which it inevitably does. So we have a reserve so that not all of those costs get passed through. And secondly, to after that's taken care of, to have sufficient reserve fund to pay for special energy projects that the coalition towns may want to engage in.
CPC&H will be mailing a notification letter between March 24th and 28th with information about how to opt out if residents wish to stay with their current energy supply, or if they want to opt up to one of the products offering a higher percentage of energy created from renewable sources. Residents and business owners with questions are also encouraged to attend a public information meeting on April 5th at 7 p.m. in the Novak room of the town offices, or you can join the meeting via Zoom. For more information about Exeter Community Power, visit communitypowernh.gov/Exeter. The Exeter Lit Fest is back in the Town Hall on April 1st. Gabe Perez has more information about the literary festival and the unique offerings this year.
The Exeter Lit Fest, founded in 2018 by local teachers, writers, librarians, and booksellers with their mission to highlight the vibrancy of Exeter's literary scene, has returned to Exeter once again. We spoke to Laura Bricker about why she got involved and what this year's festival has in store for residents.
Hi, I'm Laura Bricker. I am a board member of the Exeter Lit Fest. I'm also a longtime local journalist in the area and author of the Piper Green Exeter Mysteries. But right now I am super excited for the Exeter Lit Fest, which is coming up March 31st with a super fun event, Exeter Goes Gatsby. Up at Cornicello, Chef Tim O'Brien, this year he is really excited to embrace a speakeasy theme. I'm not sure what he's got in mind yet, but I think it's going to be really fun. So if you have ever wanted to dance to Charleston and go to a speakeasy, Exeter is the place to be on March 31st. The first weekend in April 1st, we're going to have a full day of author talks and poetry and local high school kids doing a poetry slam here in the Exeter Town Hall. A keynote author I am most excited about. We have Rabia Chaudhry. You may remember Rabia as the family friend that helped Adnan Syed's case get reignited, and Adnan, a wrongful conviction case out of Baltimore, now out of prison. Rabia also has this new book. This is her memoir, Fatty Fatty Boom Boom, a memoir of food, fat, and family, about growing up in a Pakistani American family and the role that food played in her life and how she really came to terms with that. I am thrilled that she is making the trip to Exeter. What's even more thrilling is this is free and open to everybody, so everybody can come see Rabia on April 1st, Saturday, April 1st, here at the Town Hall at noon. There's definitely something for everybody, and you know, there will be also a book swap table out front of the Town Hall, so if you have books that you want to get rid of or books that you want to get, that is the place to do it. So we hope to see you there.
You can find all your LitFest information at exeterlitfest.com.
Finally, we'd like to end the report by introducing you to the new recreation coordinator over at Parks and Rec.
Hey everyone, my name is Caroline Buma and I'm the new recreation coordinator here in Exeter Parks and Rec. And I'm really excited to be joining the team. My background's actually in outdoor recreation. I started down in Boston working for a company called Charles River Canoe and Kayak. Worked there for 5 years, managed a major location in the city, and then moved up to New Hampshire. Worked in the campus rec department at UNH and then moved over to the academic department of recreation management and policy and worked there for the last year, and I still continue to teach in that department. I'm very excited to be here. Right now I'm working on our summer camp, getting a camp staff hired, bringing back all of our returners, and unrolling our registration, which is going strong. So we're very excited to welcome everyone back to camp this year. I'm really looking forward to getting to know everyone in town and really learning all of our wonderful resources that we have at our hand here, and hopefully bringing some new programs in and working with Greg and David and Nancy here in the department to continue to bring our high quality and affordable programs and really build community here in Exeter.
That does it for this week's report. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to help us spread the word. We'll be back on March 31st for the next edition of the show. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacki, and this has been the Exeter Biweekly Report. Have a good weekend, Exeter.